Hey guys, Gizmoddict here, and this is the Redmi Note 7. So with all the attention that we have been giving to the Redmi Note 7 Pro, I feel that the Note 7 was kind of left out and it is a seriously underrated phone. So today let's take an in-depth look at the Redmi Note 7. I'm going to do a full review. I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about this phone. So without wasting any more time, let's get started because this is going to be a very in-depth review. But then before we get started, if you don't want to miss out on more such videos, please subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon, and if you're planning to buy the Redmi Note 7 or the Note 7 Pro, do check out my friends over at Gizmoddict. They have the India's only real curved glass for the Redmi Note 7 as well as the Note 7 Pro. So this glass actually has 2.5D curved edges and it's the best tempered glass for this phone. So definitely check them out and use the promo code GIZMO for 10% discount. Now let's get started with the review. So the Redmi Note 7 is actually an upgrade from the Redmi Note 5. So if you remember, that phone Xiaomi launched with the Redmi Note 5 Pro, I don't think anyone even bought it. It was kind of a failed device. So the Redmi Note 7 is basically an upgrade to the Redmi Note 5, and this is the upgrade that we all needed. The Note 7 is a radical change. Right from the design, Xiaomi has finally ditched their age-old, design methodology, and now we have this new glass body which looks and feels absolutely premium. There is Gorilla Glass on the back and there is a plastic frame on the side, and this without any doubt is one of the most premium feeling phones in this segment along with the Nokia 5.1 Plus. I love how premium and rich it looks. It has that nice heft to it when you try to hold it in the hand, and it seems like a much more expensive phone than it actually is. Plus, I love the fact that Xiaomi has gone full 2019 here with the USB Type-C port, the dot notch, while retaining basic features like an infrared sensor and even the LED notification light, which most of the manufacturers are now skipping. Talking about that notch, around it is a 6.3-inch Full HD Plus display, which is one of the best at this price point. It's not as good as the Redmi Note 7 Pro if you put them side by side, but it's still amazing for the price that you're paying. And I've got no complaints with it. My only complaint would be the placement of the proximity sensor. So it's a little too much on the right on the Redmi Note 7 as well as the Note 7 Pro. So when you try to take a call, the thing is the phone does not dim when you are on the call. So you have to be very cautious about it. You have to adjust the phone so that the screen dims when you are talking on the phone. That's not a problem if you put it on the right side of the ear because this comes right across your left cheek. So it's gonna block the proximity sensor and turn the display off. But if you're a right-handed person and you put your phone on your right ear like I do, you will face that proximity sensor issue. So you have to be careful. You have to realign the phone so that the screen does not turn on. So that's the minor issue that I faced while using the Redmi Note 7. So it's not an issue, it's just this design flaw that I wanted to point out. Moving on to the performance, things are smooth AF. I mean, this was the cheapest phone with the Snapdragon 660. I mean, the impact was so hard that Asus the other day just dropped the pricing of the Zenfone Max Pro M2 to match the pricing of the Redmi Note 7. So the Redmi Note 7 launched and the next day Asus announced a drop in the pricing. So this was the cheapest phone with the Snapdragon 660, and unlike the Zenfone Max Pro M2 where you get the 1.9 GHz Snapdragon 660, here you've got 2.2 GHz. So you've got the fully unlocked version of the Snapdragon 660. But honestly, it doesn't make a difference. No matter how much Xiaomi emphasizes on the fact that this processor is not underclocked, I find the Zenfone Max Pro M2 as well as the Redmi Note 7 same in real world usage. Even in terms of gaming, I find both of the phones very similar. So I don't think the added clock speed of 2.2 GHz is a big advantage. It's just to boast some benchmark scores and some numbers. In day-to-day usage, the Zenfone Max Pro M2 as well as the Redmi Note 7, both of them do very good. So yeah, the phone handles everything that you throw at it. There is no stutter, there is no slowdown, and I could easily jump between apps. The memory management was good, and even games run well on the Note 7. So performance is a breeze here, no complaints, and I think MIUI 10, which is based on Android Pie, helps in that. Now that I've mentioned MIUI, of course, the first thing that's gonna pop in your head is ads. So I've noticed that everyone has a different experience with Xiaomi phones. So some people get more ads, some people get less ads, and even my experience was different with the Redmi Note 6 Pro and now with the Redmi Note 7. So on the Redmi Note 6 Pro, I actually got a pop-up in Instagram from the Xiaomi recommended app to follow Xiaomi's India head. So I was really pissed off at that when I was using the Redmi Note 6 Pro, but on the Redmi Note 7, nothing like that has happened. And according to me, it wasn't that intrusive, to be honest. But there are a couple of things. So every time you install an app, you will get this security scan pop-up. So I had to go to the settings and disable it. I don't use Mi Music, I don't use Mi Video, I don't even use the file manager that much, so I was able to skip that out too. So my experience was actually good on the Note 7. After that initial phase of disabling things, I was happy with my experience on it. Plus MIUI offers so many features that I think users will value at this price point. But I still do feel that Xiaomi is doing this just to make some quick money on the side. If brands like Asus and Realme can survive by giving good phones at the similar price point, why can't Xiaomi? So yeah, that's one thing I don't like with Xiaomi. They shouldn't push ads at all. So if someone from Xiaomi is watching, I've said this before, I'm saying this again, stop pushing ads in your phone. But anyways, let's move on and talk about the camera, because I think this is one of the best camera phones under 10,000 rupees. The Realme 3 is slightly better, I've compared them, but the Note 7 is no slouch either. Google camera is weirdly very compatible with the Note 7, and in fact in my last video, it even beat the Redmi Note 7 Pro, so do watch that. I've made ton of videos covering the camera on the Note 7, so I'm gonna link them in the description box. The bottom line is, the camera performance is terrific for the price. Google camera is very compatible, and this is one area where you wouldn't be complaining at all. Camera performance gets a huge thumbs up from my side, and that's true about the battery too. So this phone has got a 4000 mAh of battery, and I could push this phone easily throughout the day with heavy Google Maps usage, music streaming via Bluetooth on Google Play Music. I had 4G on all the time. I used to WhatsApp a lot. I used to post on social media a lot. Then I also used to have phone calls for 1 or 2 hours. So all in all, it was a very heavy usage, and I could easily get one full working day out from the Redmi Note 7. In fact, sometimes it even lasted for more than a day. So battery life is not the problem, and what's even better is that the 10-watt charger that Xiaomi gives inside the box can charge the phone completely from 0 to 100 in 2 hours. So that's amazing, and this phone also gets support for quick charging 4.0. So unfortunately, as of now, a lot of quick charging 4.0 adapters are not available in India. I think only the LG G7 gets it, and that too inside the box. So you can't buy the quick charge 4.0 adapter as of now, but still it's nice to have the support on the Redmi Note 7. So I'm really happy with the battery life as well as the charging combo on this phone. You will have no complaints with it. Then we come to some finer details like network reception and call quality. I had no issues with this. This one has a hybrid SIM card slot, so you can use 2 SIM cards with dual VoLTE, or you can also use 1 SIM card and 1 memory card. And in my experience, I majorly used this phone with Airtel and I had no issues with it. 4G connectivity was good, network connectivity was good, and the audio via the headphone jack as well as the audio via the earpiece was also not an issue. Lastly, if we talk about the face unlock and the fingerprint sensor is actually pretty fast. It's instantaneous, and I think this is one of the fastest fingerprint sensors in this segment. Xiaomi does a great job with their fingerprint sensors, no complaint with that. And if we talk about face unlock, I think that face unlock was a little bit slow if we compare it to the Realme phones, because I think the phone takes 2 to 3 seconds. So it recognizes your face and it then unlocks. But it is actually more secure than Samsung phones, I feel. So yeah, face unlock is okay, but fingerprint sensor is very fast, and majority of the times I did use the fingerprint sensor on my phone. I still don't use face unlock that much unless it's very fast. So overall, if I have to conclude, I have to say that the Redmi Note 7 is the complete package under 10,000 rupees. You've got a great build quality, the display is amazing, the Full HD Plus display is great, you've got modern features like USB Type-C, the dewdrop notch, the phone has amazing performance, the camera is great, Google camera is supported, battery life is good. So what more do you want for less than 10,000 rupees? I think this is the best phone that you can buy for less than 10,000 rupees alongside the Zenfone Max Pro M2. The Zenfone Max Pro M2 is also great. If you don't want MIUI, I think the best option that you have is the Zenfone Max Pro M2. But then if you consider everything overall, I'm going to give a slight edge to the Redmi Note 7. So what do you guys think? Are you going to buy the Redmi Note 7 or are you going to buy the Redmi Note 7 Pro? Definitely let me know in the comments. I honestly think that the 332GB variant of the Redmi Note 7 makes a lot more sense, and for less than 10,000 rupees, it is terrific value for money. If I had to pick a phone between the Realme 3 and the Redmi Note 7, I would probably go with the Redmi Note 7. Talking about the Realme 3, I would be reviewing that phone very soon, so if you don't want to miss that out, definitely hit the red subscribe button and press the bell icon. Do let me know, how did you like the video, how was the quality, did you like my opinions, do you agree with me or not? Please let me know in the comments. And for more behind the scenes content, you can actually follow my social media pages. So follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I will be back in the notifications very soon. Peace.